What's up, Brewheads? Welcome to another Brewthirty, where I drink a beer and pair it with a toy. Tonight, we are going to be doing another one of the members of my Mt Crushmore of beers, and that is none other than 3FLOYD'S Zombie Dust Pale Ale. One of my favorite beers of all times. Of course, from 3FLOYD'S Brewing Company, which is one of my favorite breweries of all time. And I absolutely love this beer. But before we get started, here is who we're going to pair this amazing beer with. None other than the legendary Elvis Presley, Bubba Hotep figure from Nika Toys himself. Bubba Hotep, for you guys who aren't familiar, is a cult classic movie starring one of my favorite actors, Bruce Campbell. It was made in 2002 by the director of Phantasm and Beastmaster, two cult classic films as well. And it stars Bruce Campbell as well as some other really cool B-movie actors. And it features an Elvis Presley who fights against a zombie pharaoh in a old folks home. It's based on a novel by Joe Lonsdale, and it's one of the best movies of the early 2000s, and I absolutely love it and couldn't think of a better figure to pair this beer that I absolutely love as well with it. So let's go ahead. Of course, 3FLOYD'S glass for this. Now, like I always say, there are many ways to pour beer. There's no right or wrong one. You pour your beer the way you want. I'll pour my beer the way I want, and we'll still be friends. That goes for all you guys who thumbs down bomb my beer reviews. I'm still friends with you, hopefully. So here we go. So, a few things about Zombie Dust. It says, the intensely hopped and gushing undead pale ale will be one's only respite after the zombie apocalypse. Created with our marvelous friend in the cosmic industry, art by Tim Seeley. Tim Seeley is a comic book artist, one of the best around. I have several different comic books that he has made covers for as well as drawn for. So that was a bonus that I do not remember. It's 6.5% alcohol by volume, highly drinkable beer. It's an awesome beer, but I will tell you something about this before we taste it. Now, there's two different ways to enjoy a Zombie Dust. The beer is way better on tap. If I was going to suggest drinking it, I would suggest finding it on tap somewhere and getting a pint because it's absolutely amazing out of the tap. It's second to none, one of the best beers I've ever had. The floral hops in it come through perfectly, and it's great on tap. I've found that the bottle and cans that used to be bottled and now it's canned, I found that those also tasted different from one another as well as the tap, which is to be expected. So it's nothing against the beer. We're going to be trying it out of the can. Still amazing, but definitely try it on tap. So let's go ahead and try it. Right off the bat, the floral hops come through really, really nicely. It says it's a pale ale. I feel like it drinks like an IPA. Let's just try it. Nice floral citra hops right off the bat. A nice, almost slightly malty, bitter finish. And like I said, it's going to be way different on tap, but still a fantastic, well-balanced pale ale. It's one of my favorite beers. Like I said, it's on my Mt Crushmore of beers, and it's one of my favorite beers of all time. I've had the pleasure of going to 3FLOYD'S Brewery up in Munster and trying it on tap, and I also went and tried it, a cask condition version of it, which is a little bit different than what you would find out of a regular beer on tap. And definitely on cask condition, it was really different as well. You could drink a bunch of them and not know you're getting bombed up, but it is a great beer. I think it's probably one of the best-selling beers, probably along with Gumball Head from 3FLOYD'S, if I had to guess. For a long time, it was really, really hard to get. But here recently they've produced a ton of it. It's kind of like like an everyday drinker now for most people. I buy it not as often as I used to because it's so readily available, and there's so many different other beers that I'd rather buy and keep in the fridge because I don't want to make my palate basically stale to this. But it's great. Just awesome. Man, I love Zombie Dust. It is great. And I love Bubba Hotep. Bruce Campbell, one of my favorite actors, obviously Evil Dead franchise, as well as Briscoe County Jr., I believe, is a series that he had on TV. And he's done a lot of other really cool stuff. Sadly, you know, Bruce Campbell is one of those actors that kind of went nuts over the last several years. So I lost a little bit of respect for him. But I'm getting over that slowly but surely. A lot of people lost their minds over the last few years. But he still is awesome an actor, and he still makes really awesome content. And this movie here is one of my favorite. And shout out to Nika Toys for making this figure several years ago. I don't think it's available anymore. But Bubba Hotep's great. I wish they would have made more movies, but Bruce Campbell's kind of quit doing movies, I think. I guess he's too good to do movies now. I don't know what it is, but he's still one of my favorite actors from back in the old days. But this will always be one of my favorite beers. I definitely suggest if you haven't tried Zombie Dust to go out and grab it. It's super awesome, but definitely go find it on tap somewhere and drink a pint. I have drank several pints on tap. I've had several bad experiences and good experiences drinking it, but that doesn't take away from how amazing this beer is and how amazing 3FLOYD'S Brewing Company is. So guys, I hope you enjoyed the beer review. It's pretty basic. Like I said, Mt Crushmore beers, Bubba Hotep, great movie. Go check it out. And like and subscribe to the page. Let me know in the comments what you think of the movie or the beer or both. Hit the notification icon. I'll be doing more beers in the future. And guys, cheers.